Alright, I think we're live. Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm not under narcosis anymore, but it is very dark here. Unfortunately, I cannot fix that because I don't want any more bugs coming in to my apartment. It's 1 o'clock right now, 12th of September, but it won't be when this is gonna be live. And tomorrow I'll be not here. Well, actually I'll be away for a week. So I'm trying to get as much videos in right now, so I'll keep the momentum going of uploading videos. And we have a King's Pawn opening. Let's just play normal stuff, knight f3. And as you may notice, or not notice, I kind of fixed the let's take audio issues we have, like with noise cancelling, and I hope it is correct. And we have a Stafford Gambit on the board. It's really a dubious opening, and let's try to navigate very nicely through this opening. So the idea of a Stafford Gambit is to sacrifice a pawn but for a lot of initiative, and after usually bishop c5 eyeing this pawn, people will want to go knight g5, so we try to prevent that by simply taking here. And there is a trick here where black tries to win your queen via this tactic, which starts with bishop takes on f2, king takes f2, knight takes e4, and if you take, you lose the queen. So let's not do that. Let's first take, but after knight here, we actually won't take the knight, but we go, which is very counterintuitive, to f3. Attacking the knight this way, and it looks very stupid, but the engine also suggests that this is one of the best moves here. It looks, you know, like everything can go wrong. If you're not a favorite of this line, you should probably not play it. But nevertheless, I do think it's a fun line to mess with your opponent. Our opponent is probably thinking, what the heck's going on? And after queen f6 check, you might have a line like this, and here is already where most people go wrong, because essentially you have a piece and a king on the same line of attack, and you can go either queen e1 or queen e2 to attack this knight, or threaten this knight to take this knight. What am I saying? I don't know. Apparently I'm still affected by things. I was thinking that he maybe could go there, but it's not possible because I'm pinning the knights to the king. So I don't think it matters where you play, whether you play king, queen e1 or e2. But the idea essentially, I hope I explained clearly. So there might be a queen f6 here. So after takes with check would be quite nasty. But after king g3. We have to move the king because it's doubly attacked, I guess. But our opponent goes a different route, and he goes this check, where we can just simply take. We can even take with the king, but let's not get too crazy. Well, actually, here, what does he have? He has f4. Okay. f4 back. Let's take with a pawn, just to avoid any f4s, which could be bad. Alright, so queen f6. As previously discussed, we had bishop f4 prepared for that, but since this is a different line, I wonder if this is still good, because after f4 you have g4, and then after the trade, I'm not sure who's better. We could also opt to take with the queen, but after queen here, back, we actually wins the queen again. Yeah. So let's reconsider for a moment the fact that we actually are already up 2 pieces. So even if he manages to play g5, and we allow g5 here, we still manage to win this thing. We can get our pieces out. We can play g3 supporting this dude. So let's calculate. bishop f4, g5, takes with check, king here, g3, takes, and we are actually super duper safe on f3, which is very weird, but nevertheless, let's play it. So since our opponent has sacked 2 pieces, it doesn't feel bad to sack a bit back. So our opponent has decided to not play the right move, which is g5, but instead decides to really try to get at us as quickly as possible, and there's good reason for it. So after this here, he has to go here, then we have to retreat and try to force the exchange. And I think this is a good line. Even though there's no mate, we are forcing off more trades. Our king still perfectly safe where it is. King e2 here, and g5 now meets with takes, and takes. So I'm quite happy with that. Let's not leave the queen hanging here and think of something like this. First off, it's not possible because it's pinned. Second off, yeah, you don't want to lose the queen. So now we're forcing off the queens off the board, and it's actually quite easy to convert here. Our opponent didn't see that the bishop is unpinning when you take with the queen, and I think our opponent will sooner or later resign. Yes, there we go. So we made a blunder apparently, so let's check with the analysis. So e4, we have the eval bar here, it's very nice. e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, and after knight takes on e5, knight e6 leads us to the Stafford Gambit. Now there are numerous ways to go about the Stafford Gambit. One approach could be to play e5, if you're not a fan of the line I just played, and after the knight goes somewhere, sometimes they go here, you play d4, preventing the bishop to come to c5, and white is already having a good time here. You can imagine something like this, going for mate, but then queen f3 or queen e2. Everything's kind of good. Maybe I did not play the right move here. Sorry, g3 first, queen f6 doesn't work. What am I doing? So g3 in that position is a good move. Not knight. Geez, don't play this. But this is an approach. They can also just play it slow, but your idea is to play the bishop probably here at some point, not now. You probably play something like h3 first when they go back. Yeah, this is just a very bad example. Just ignore my words, but this is a very good example that you could use. We decided to go for the Angie's best line, and basically telling black to come at us. So h3 is obligatory. Let's say we play something inaccurate like this, which is actually the worst move, but let's we play a very natural move, knight c3. Black can already go knight g4, and we already are losing essentially. We have to play bishop e3 here to prevent this attack from happening, but even after these trades happen, it's black who's benefiting here. I go wrong because I blundered this, so queen d2 probably. But okay, our opponent, we played h3, preventing all that bullshit, and after takes, check, we do not take here because then we lose the queen, and we instead go king f3, which really looks bad from first glance, but it actually is very good. And after knight f6, we wanted to block with the bishop. g5 is not a problem because we win our own piece as well. You can take with the queen, whatever, we can just go back, you can take again, and this essentially will peter out to be winning because of the pawn black has sacked earlier. As you can see, there is no continuation. Let's say black just continues with development, tries to castle long, which is not possible yet. We can just develop and we have a good game. again, this you can go to. You can either go to g1 or defend with the queen, whatever suits your style. This is not dangerous because you can go to h2, and you know you are having a good time here. But our opponent instead decides to put the bishop there, and after queen e1, we took with the pawn. With king takes is probably also good, but I here just felt like we are just wasting some time. So I felt like this was a little bit better. And it's raining outside, so I end the analysis with, oh, we played really well, blah blah blah, bye.